There you are, Aaron. It took me forever to find out your new phone number. I went through so much trouble in order to find you a decent woman to marry. I even went as far as planning an extravagant wedding for you. And then you run off and marry some random floozy. And to top it all off, you moved and changed your phone number without telling me? How could you treat me this way? I suppose you aren't entirely to blame. You never were one to stand up for yourself. I have no doubt that awful woman who you married is the one putting you up to all of this. But not to worry, Aaron. It'll be fine soon. I found your new address. I'll be over there soon, and with me there to back you up, I'm sure together we can sort that harpy out. I'm just about to get in my car, so I should be there in no time. It's clear that woman wasn't given a proper upbringing, so I'll have to fix her mother's mistakes. I'll have her whipped into shape before the month's end, Aaron. Mark my words.
Mom? What the hell is going on here?
Ah, I see you finally noticed my message. I was wondering, when would you reply? It had been almost 2 hours. I was starting to worry that woman had taken your phone from you, but since you seem to be fine, I suppose you were simply too overwhelmed with joy at the thought of your mother coming to rescue you from your misery that you were at a loss for words.
I was in a meeting, at my job. I didn't have time to check my phone until now, and I just saw your messages. And in any case I wasn't clear before, you were the last person I wanted to hear from. I told you, Mom, I'm cutting you out of my life. Got it? Now go back home.
Oh, my dear sweet Aaron, it's absolutely terrifying the grip that awful woman has on you. Ugh, I get shivers whenever I hear her name. Charity. Bleh. But as I said before, Aaron, you don't need to be afraid of her anymore. I've managed to track down your new address. There's nothing she can do to keep me from you now. I'll get right to work on fixing her up as soon as I get to your house. So don't you worry about a thing. You just focus on your work and leave all the dirty work to your dear mother.
Mom, I've told you this more times than I can remember, but Charity is my wife. She's wonderful to me. I love her, and you don't need to fix anything about her. Go home. You are not welcome at our house, and you never will be, so do not come. Do I make myself clear?
I've just turned onto your street, Aaron, to be there shortly.
And do not open them for anyone, okay? I mean it. Charity, do not open them for anyone except me. No matter what they say, keep the doors locked. Pretend you aren't home.
Aaron, what's going on? You're scaring me.
It's my mom. I don't know how, but she managed to find our new address.
What?
She just messaged me a minute ago saying that she was on our street, so she'll probably be there soon. Do you hear anything outside?
Well, actually, I just got to my client's office a little while ago. I have a meeting with them in a little bit, so yeah, I'm not at home right now and won't be for a while.
Really? Oh yeah, you did mention that earlier.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm not home at the moment, so you don't need to worry about me letting her in. When she sees that no one's there, she's gonna turn around and go back home, right?
Just in case, I think we'd better book a room at a hotel for tonight. Do you have your valuables on you?
Yeah, I carry around whatever is carryable. Just like you said, anything that's too big to fit in my bag I left at my parents' house.
Okay. Sounds like we're in the clear for now. Anyway, thanks. I guess the next order of business is to find a new apartment as soon as possible. Man, it's time like this that make me really happy that we're both fortunate enough to get jobs that let us work from home.
Yeah, for real. If we were working at a regular company, it would be a lot harder for us To up and move to a different place in an emergency. Imagine if you had to keep living there even after your mom found us.
Ugh, I don't even want to think about that. And Charity, I'm really sorry that my mom is causing so much trouble for us.
Aaron, I keep telling you, you don't need to apologize for anything. I knew exactly what I was getting into when I married you, and I said yes, didn't I?
Yeah, you sure did. Thanks, Charity. Okay, well, I'm gonna get us a hotel room. I'll message you again once I make the reservation.
Okay, no rush. Gonna go talk to my client now. Bye. What is it with this city? Every single street looks exactly the same. I feel like I've been going in circles for the last half an hour. Whatever made you think it would be a good idea to move to this god-forsaken place? But not to worry. I finally found your place, Aaron. Isn't this exciting? We're about to embark on a new journey as a family, just the two of us, and that awful wife of yours who will be reforming. We'll give her all the tough love she needs to straighten her out, and if she resists, then you'll divorce her immediately. Ah, and you don't need to worry about being lonely when she's gone. I've already got the perfect woman lined up for you to marry. She's just like your dear old mother. Aaron, what is the meaning of all this? You never told me Charity was pregnant, and she looks like she could give birth any second now. That awful little brat tried to stop me from coming in the house, so I gave her a bit of a smack. Out of love, of course. Spare the rod and spoil the child. She's going to have to get used to a new way of life, and it's better she does than sooner than later. But in any case, your apartment really is something else. Aaron, it's gorgeous. I feel like I could fit my whole house inside the living room. There should be more than enough space for me to put my things. So tell me, Aaron, what about time were you planning on being home tonight? I'm having Charity make me a bite to eat for lunch right now, since I thought it would be a good plan to start her cooking training right away. So if you have any requests for dinner, let me know and I'll have her start working on it just as she finishes making my lunch. Anything you want, dear, just name it.
Mom? Hold on. Back up 1 second. You're already at our apartment? Exactly when did you get there?
A few moments ago, dear. I told you I would find you, didn't I? Seriously, though, imagine my shock when I found out that I would become a grandmother in less than a month. Granted, I do have my share of issues with the child maternal lineage, but not to worry, I'm an expert in discipline, so I'll have any of his mother's traits wiped out of him by the time he enters elementary school.
Wait. Child?
Yes, my grandchild. And since I'll be living with the two of you, I'll always be there to ensure that awful wife of yours doesn't have too much of a negative influence.
Mom? Charity isn't pregnant.
What are you talking about?
Also, Charity isn't at home either. She's with me right now.
That's impossible. She's in the kitchen right now.
When I found out you were coming, I booked us a room at a hotel for the night to keep from having to deal with you. We're both at the station right now. She just got off her train, and we're about to head to the hotel.
How many times do I have to tell you she's right here? She's making my lunch as we speak. She can't be with you.
I have no idea what's going on right now, but... Mom, please don't tell me that you just barged into the apartment and started acting like you own the place.
What's wrong with that? It's your apartment. So since I'm your mother, I do own the place in a way, a fact which that awful woman seemed not to understand. Where did she get off threatening to call the police on me? It seems as though I have my work cut out for me straightening her up. It's dreadful that she doesn't even give me the proper respect to the mother of the man who's financing her selfish, greedy lifestyle.
I'm not financing anything, Mom. We both work. And that's completely besides the point. Mom, I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to say.
What is it, dear?
The apartment you're in right now is not ours. You stormed into the wrong apartment.
Nonsense.
Listen, Mom, Charity is with me. She's standing right beside me. And she's not 9 months pregnant. She's not even 1 month pregnant. She's not pregnant at all. And our apartment is not that big. It's a studio apartment. There's barely enough room for us, much less you and all of your stuff.
You're not making any sense.
Let me ask you something. What makes you think the address you're at right now is our address? How did you find it?
Oh well, a friend of mine who lives near you said they saw you moving your bags into this apartment, so they told me the address.
That's odd. When did this happen, exactly?
Well, I suppose it's been out 6 months or so. So I started planning out my re-education plan for your awful wife and saving up money for the move. And once everything was settled, I headed over there right away.
Oh, okay. I think I get what happened now.
What is it? What happened?
The place you're at right now is about 10 minutes away from a big shopping mall down the road from an elementary school, right?
Yes, why?
You said it was 6 months ago, so that would put it roughly 3 months after I formally cut you out of my life. That apartment belonged to a friend of mine from college. He and his wife were living there. They were kind enough to let us stay there for 2 weeks while we got an apartment sorted out.
2 weeks?
Yeah. The residents of the apartment we were moving into still had 2 weeks left on their lease, so we just had to wait until they were all moved out. So, yeah, it wasn't a permanent living arrangement. We were only there for a short time.
So, the woman in the kitchen right now isn't your wife, it's your friend's wife? Oh my goodness gracious! Do be a dear and call them to explain the situation. I'm sure they'll understand it's coming from you.
I'm not finished. My friends moved out of that apartment months ago.
What? Oh no, Aaron, this is terrible. The woman here, she called her husband and he just came home. He started yelling at me and I was so terrified that I ran and locked myself in their bathroom. What should I do now? Help me.
So, as I was saying, the people living in the apartment that you just barged into, they're not us. They're not my friends. They're not my friends' friends. I have no idea who they are.
That can't be.
To summarize, you just barged into someone's apartment, assaulted a 9 months pregnant woman, and are now locked in their bathroom and refusing to leave. In the business, that's what they call trespassing?
That wasn't my intention at all.
Well, intentional or not, once the police get there, I think you're looking at a mandatory ride to the station.
Police?
My wife? As in my real wife, and not the woman who you just assaulted because you thought she was my wife? Just got off the phone with the local police department and explained the situation.
Oh no! Oh no! What should I do now?
What choice do you have? Explain yourself and apologize, and maybe they won't press charges.
Apologize? Why should I have to do that?
Well, in this case, I would say the most pertinent reason is because you slapped a pregnant woman and forced her to make you lunch for the trouble?
But it was an honest mistake.
I don't believe this. Are you for real? You've met Charity so many times, yet you still managed to forget what she looked like and confuse her with some random stranger?
Well...
And I mean, it's not like you forgot her name. At any point in your escapades today, did you think even just once to address her by name? That would have saved you a lot of trouble, I think.
But that's... It was obviously her. She had the key to your apartment and everything. Well, the apartment I thought was yours, so when I saw her open the door and go in, I knew it had to be her.
Oh, and one other thing. Even after I got married and told you, repeatedly, that I don't need or want you to find a wife for me, you went ahead with your plans anyway, didn't you? What kind of inconsiderate, unthinking, oblivious moron are you? My God in heaven. When your husband divorces you, and your only son disowns you, I'd say most people would stop and think, gee, maybe I'm the problem here. But not you!
Aaron?
Whatever. I'm done with you. Enjoy prison, you psychopath.
Aaron? Aaron, I can't believe you. You're my son. I'm your mother. You have to help me. Hurry up and do something. You can't speak to me that way. Aaron, pick up this instant.
My mom was taken into custody by the local police, and, after consulting with the poor people she barged in on, she was charged with trespassing, assault and battery, and a few other crimes. She evaded prison time due to her age, but now she had to deal with the inconveniences of having a criminal record. While she was busy dealing with the fallout of her trial and conviction, I talked with Charity's parents, and as of today, I have officially changed my name and no longer have any connections, legal or otherwise, to my mother. It hit her pretty hard when she heard the news through the grapevine. Fortunately, she had never visited my in-laws' house and has no way of finding out where they live, so I don't think we'll be hearing from her ever again. But, just in case, I went ahead and got a legal restraining order against her. As for what she's doing now, my aunt told me that she had holed herself up in her house for days after she got back from the police station. She got fired from her job, and now she has to deal with finding new work with a criminal record to her name in order to pay off the damages she owes to that couple. Oh, and speaking of them, they called the other day and said she had given birth to a healthy baby boy. I'm really happy for them. I have a feeling that child will grow up in a much better environment than I did.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
See you in a bit then. being upset about this. But right now, the only thing that I want from you is your signature on our divorce papers.
Divorce? Please, you can't really mean that, right? I mean, you were just going on about how difficult it's going to be to raise twins on your own. How are you going to raise our kids if I'm not there to help you?
No, please. It's clear to me now that I would never ever be able to count on you in the but we still live close enough for me to ask my parents to babysit when I need them to. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. paperwork to the city office without her approval. But what happens next with those two now that they might get married will have to be saved for another day when there's more time to talk. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hi, Lauro. I'm done with work and I'm on my way home. What are you making for dinner today?
Hi, Pia. Thanks for your hard work today. I think I'll try and make a quiche. I don't know about Instagram and stuff, but I think it'll look good if you take a picture of it or something.
Yeah. I guess it's good if it will look good on Instagram, but... Yeah, no, I've made up my mind. I think I'm going to stop living with you now.
Huh? What are you suddenly saying, Pia? But it's only been 3 months since we've started living together.
Yeah, but... I know you're good at cooking and can make food that looks as good as it tastes, and thanks to that, I've been able to get a lot of likes on Instagram, so you were very valuable to me, but...
What? What do you mean I was very valuable?
You know that I don't like vegetables that much, right?
I know. That's why I cut the vegetables that I put into the quiche very thinly, and made sure that the bacon and egg that I know you like stands out.
You think about nutrition too much, Lauro. That's all you think about, whether the food you make is healthy or not. This outweighs the fact that your food looks good on Instagram.
Actually, I make sure the food tasted good and looks good as well. And I don't get why you're getting mad. You said yourself that you wanted to have a better diet, so I always try to make food that I know you'll eat and looks good as well.
I wanted you to make me dishes without any vegetables. That's what I meant when I said I wanted a better diet.
What? So you're just not going to eat vegetables anymore? Besides, I don't think there are any dishes that don't use at least some sort of vegetable. What you're saying is impossible, Pia.
It's not. How hard is it to just not put vegetables in your dishes? Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore, though. You failed me as my boyfriend/personal chef.
I was your personal chef?
Yes. That's why I made you move in with me in the first place. I'll go and eat out somewhere tonight, so could you just leave already? We're breaking up, so goodbye.
Hey, Laura, it's been a while. You don't have any work today, right? Why don't we go out drinking tonight? There's something important I want to ask an old friend advice for. You know me better than anyone else, after all. Hey, Adamo. Long time no see. Are you free tonight? Well, I guess I'm free. But sorry, I'm in a bit of a pinch right now, and I'm really in no position to be giving people advice. What's wrong? I don't have anywhere to live anymore. Huh? Why in the world did that happen? Did you lose your job and run out of money or something? No, it's not like that. You see, I started living with my girlfriend Pia 3 months ago, since it seemed she really wanted me to move in with her. Oh, the girl that you've been dating for a year now, right? You moved in with her? Yep. But she kicked me out last night. Apparently, she only wanted me to move in with her in the first place so I could be her personal chef. Huh? She kicked you out? Well, what in the world did you do to make her that mad? And what do you mean she only wanted you to move in with her so you could be your personal chef? I'm not the one at fault here. Probably. She's just crazy, all right? It took me way too long to realize that. What do you mean, probably? You see, it seemed like Pia had very high expectations for my cooking. And she said that she wanted to improve her diet now that I was living with her. That's why I thought I needed to do something about how she hates vegetables so much. I see. Which is why I made sure that all the food I made had a balance of nutrients. I tried cutting the vegetables thinly, and mixing it in the food so that it wouldn't stand out and made sure the food looked good in general. I tried this and that, but yesterday she told me that she wanted to improve her diet without eating any vegetables, which, as you know, is impossible. Huh? Is this girlfriend of yours nuts or something? What do you mean she wants to improve her diet without using vegetables? Yeah, but apparently by improve her diet, she didn't mean she wanted to eat healthier, just as she wanted to eat food that looked and tasted good. She got mad when I told her that I was making a quiche with vegetables in it, which is when she kicked me out yesterday. Huh? She kicked you out for putting vegetables in a quiche? Aren't those supposed to be full of vegetables? This girl of yours is spewing nonsense. Right? I tried telling her that, but she wouldn't listen to me and kicked me out, saying that I was a failure of a personal chef. Last night I temporarily moved my stuff into a trunk room and slept in an internet cafe, but I really need to find somewhere to live soon. Why don't you live with me then? In fact, that's just what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. What? Your house? That's a really kind offer, but it's a bit too far from my office. Don't worry about it. Huh? What do you mean by that? You see, I actually moved near where you live, or where you used to live, I guess. Really? Yep. I thought it was about time to move out of the tiny apartment I've been living in since university. You'll probably be able to reach your office in 20 minutes from where I live. Where is it, by the way? It's the high-rise condo near A Station. A high-rise condo? Since when do you earn enough money to live in a high-rise condo? I don't. The room I got is on the lowest floor as well, so it's not that expensive in the first place. You see, I thought about living in one of the higher floors, but my sister Gina lives near here and will probably come visit me from time to time. Oh, that's right. Your sister is afraid of heights, right? Yeah. So what do you think? Want to move in with me? What exactly do you mean when you say I'm going to move in with you? I meant, do you want to share a room with me in this high-rise condo? Do you want to share a room with me? To tell you the truth, I was planning on sharing the room with my cousin at first, but this cousin of mine suddenly had to go on a business trip abroad before he was able to move in, so I thought I could share it with you instead. Oh, I see. Well, what are we going to do about rent? We'll be splitting the rent, of course, but it's still going to be cheaper than your rent when you used to live on your own, so I don't think it's a bad deal. This is a very generous offer, I guess. If you want, you can come live here and see what it's like before you decide whether you're going to move in with me or not. At least you'll have a place to stay before you decide where you're going to live, right? Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Thanks. I think I'll take you up on your offer. Tell me if there's anything that I can help with, all right?
Hey, Lauro. Why are you going in and out of a high-rise condo? I saw you this morning while I was on my way to work from A Station. By the looks of it, you're obviously living there now. What is the meaning of this? It's only been 1 month since we broke up, and now you're suddenly living in a high-rise condo? Since when did you earn enough money to live in a place like that? What in the world happened after you moved out? Reply to my text, Lauro.
Thanks for making me a lunchbox again, Laurel. It was delicious as usual. My colleagues thought I got married and my wife was making these. You're welcome, Adamo. I'm glad you liked it. Especially the boiled bell pepper seasoned with soy sauce. The soup stock went so well with the vegetables. To tell you the truth, I've hated bell peppers ever since I was a child, but this was delicious. Yep. I know you love soup stock, so I thought you'd be able to eat the bell peppers if I cooked them in it. Was I correct? Yep, right on the mark. Seriously? Sharing a room with you was a great decision. You're so good at cooking, Laurel. Sorry. You have to make my sister's lunchbox as well now, though. Don't worry about it. Your sister Gina always looked like she loves the food I make, so it made me happy looking at her. What exactly do you mean by that? What? Are you attracted to my sister or something? Huh? No, that's not what I meant. Is that so? To tell you the truth, sharing a room with you has been great for me as well. I hate cleaning, so I'm so glad that you do all that stuff for me, Adamo. You're welcome, I guess. Consider it my way of repaying you for your delicious food that you make. Tonight I'm planning on making the stew with asparagus and chicken that you like. Oh, nice. Alright, now I feel a lot more energized. Yep, let's do our best with our remaining work this afternoon. Yep, I'm not going to do overtime no matter what today. Lauro, what's this dish with the sweet carrots you put in my lunchbox today called? It's called carrot glaze. You know, the one that you see a lot with hamburgers or steaks. Oh, that stuff. It was so delicious. Could you teach me how to make it? It looks simple to make, unlike what you usually put in my lunchbox, so I could probably make it as well. Sure, of course. All right, I'll buy the carrots on my way home from work then. Why don't we make those for dinner? Got it. Lauro, do you have some time right now? There's something you need to see. What's the matter? Are you still looking at your ex-girlfriend's Instagram page? No, actually I never did. I couldn't be bothered with all that Instagram stuff. Seriously? What about Pia's Instagram page? Did she cause trouble or something? Yup. I found out about it through Twitter, but apparently people are bashing her. Wait, what? Why? You should see it yourself. I don't want to spoil the fun. 2 months ago, you got a text from your ex-girlfriend asking why you were now living in a high-rise condo, right? Oh, yeah, I did. I didn't reply, though. It looks like she's desperate to get back with you. So you're definitely going to get involved in this, especially since everyone is bashing her on Instagram. I think you should take a look at what she's doing quick. Alright, got it.
Hi, Lauro. Long time no see. Hey, why don't we start living together again? You see, I've thought a lot about it since you left, and I came to the conclusion that I need a boyfriend like you that's good at cooking. It'd be even better if said boyfriend lived in a high-rise condo. And the first person that came to mind was you. You're living in a high-rise condo now, right? I have no idea how you suddenly started earning so much money, but you're incredible. As a reward for your hard work, I'll move in with you again. I'm sure the view from one of the higher floors of a high-rise condo is breathtaking. You can probably see the whole city, right? So, what do you say? Let's get back together, shall we?
Long time no see, Pia.
Hi, Lauro.
It seems you have quite a few misunderstandings, so I'll correct you first. I live in one of the lower floors, so the view is the same of that of a regular apartment.
What? But I thought you were making a lot of money now, and that you lived in one of the highest floors. Don't you want to get back together with me?
No, I don't want to get back together with you, Pia. Now that I've had time to think, I don't know why I put up with you for 3 months in the first place, since you clearly only saw me as your personal chef. Besides, I'm sharing a room with an old friend of mine now, so you can't move in with us.
Huh? That's not true, Lauro. I said you were my boyfriend / personal chef, not just my personal chef. There's a difference. And what do you mean you're sharing a room with a friend of yours now?
The day after you kicked me out of your apartment, he suggested that I move in with him at the high-rise condo he rented. He said he was initially planning on sharing a room with his cousin, but since his cousin suddenly had to go abroad, he invited me to share a room with him instead. It was really good timing, actually. We're splitting the rent between the two of us.
Seriously? Alright, then just kick this old friend of yours out then. That way I can move in with you, right?
That's impossible.
Why?
He's the one who invited me, not the other way around. It's my friend who owns the room in this high-rise condo.
What?
If we're going to cancel the room sharing, then I'm the one who'll have to leave, not him.
No way. But that's going to be a problem for me.
Oh, are you talking about how everyone's bashing you on Instagram?
Huh? But I thought you didn't look at my Instagram.
Apparently you were terrible at cooking all along. You used to post pictures of my cooking claiming it was yours, right? But ever since you kicked me out, you've been posting pictures of salads you bought from the supermarket that you just put on plates, haven't you? Your followers noticed this and now they're bashing you for being a faker. And instead of trying to calm everyone down, you got mad at them in return and only added more fuel to the fire.
You saw all that?
Yeah. I usually don't even use Instagram, but the friend of mine who I live with told me about it after finding out what happened through Twitter.
What? It spread to even Twitter? Now everyone's going to know.
Yeah. Eventually they figured out where you live, and now you can't live in your current apartment, right? You remember that I was living in a high-rise condo now, and so you came up with the plan of moving in with me and posting the food that I make on your Instagram again, claiming that you made it. And if you got back together with me, not only would things go back to the way they were, you could now also be able to live in a high-rise condo. That was what you were thinking, right?
Seriously? How do you know all that? Fine. It's alright if we don't live in a high-rise condo. Just start living with me again. You see, I already canceled the contract at my previous apartment because I thought I would be able to move in with you at your high-rise condo, so I have nowhere to live.
Huh? You canceled your contract at your apartment even though you didn't know how I would reply?
I canceled it because I thought you would be thrilled to live with me again. Come on, you'll let me live with you again, won't you?
No thanks. I'm done with you bossing me around, Pia.
What? But I'm giving you the chance to get back together with me. We could go back to the good old days. Remember how happy we were back then?
You were the only one enjoying our time together, Pia. I realize that now.
Huh? Why are you saying that? You're saying that you didn't enjoy our time together?
I did at first, but slowly living with you turned into a nightmare. You see, I finally noticed what was wrong with our time together once I moved in with my friend. Not only did you never pay for the ingredients that I used, but you never even said thank you to me for making your food. You treated me like some sort of servant, Pia.
What? That's not true. I never thought of you as my servant. And isn't it only natural for the person who's going to make the food buy the ingredients themselves?
Actually, it really isn't. Especially when you were the one who always asked to make food for you. You see, my friend that I live with here always thanks me for making him food and looks so moved that I sometimes think he's exaggerating. It really makes me feel like there's a meaning to what I'm doing. Not only that, but he doesn't make me do all of the housework, unlike you. My life right now living with him is so much better than my life living with you.
Fine, I get it. I just have to thank you, right? That's so easy. Thank you for always cooking for me while we were together, Lauro. There, I did it. Oh, and I don't have any complaints about your cooking except for the fact that you used vegetables.
I already told you, I have no intention of getting back together with you. Besides, you're clearly just saying that so I would agree to living with you again. It's obvious you don't actually mean it.
Huh? Of course I mean it. Why don't you want to live with me again? I already made so many compromises.
Sorry, but I started going out with my friend's sister.
What? You found a new girlfriend already?
Yes, I already have a girlfriend, so getting back together with you or living with you again is both impossible.
What? No way. Then where am I supposed to live, huh? You see, my parents cut ties with me after this incident, and I have no one I can rely on anymore. You can't just leave me, Lauro. This is your fault.
I don't see how this is my fault, and it's not my problem whether you have nowhere to live anymore. You yourself kicked me out of your apartment knowing I had nowhere else to live, right? You get what you deserve, Pia.
Please, do something about this, Lauro. You're the only person I can rely on.
No, don't contact me ever again. I'm blocking you now. Goodbye. I found out what happened to Pia after that through her Instagram page, which was still a battleground. Pia had nowhere to live now she left her apartment, but for some reason decided to stay in a 5-star hotel. But 2 days later, people on the internet found out again that she was staying there. Apparently, this caused some sort of trouble for the hotel, and so they refused to let her stay starting the day after that. Not only did the internet find out where she was staying, but they also found out where she worked, which caused trouble for her office also. And so, her office had her relocated to another office in the countryside. But she refused this location and quit voluntarily, saying that she would no longer be a fabulous city girl when she was relocated to the countryside. After that, she started posting these strange emo poems with pictures of the night sky or nature as the background. But one day, she suddenly stopped posting, probably because she could no longer pay her phone bills. And so I blocked her Instagram as well and decided to put this whole incident in the past where it belonged.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.